boxer, then we should spar.
Yeah, whenever you want, bro.
All the
But
UFC fighters always say this stuff.
Your job is okay already?
Yeah, no, it'll be good. It'll be good.
We are talking about the greatest, and we are talking about really boxers. I never would put you in that list, but I respect the fact that you started from.
I mean, you're not, but you're
you
not.
started
You're
from.
not in charge of the list. That's why I'm. That's why
I'm not
ranked
in the
top
charge of the
15
list, but I
after
have
5
my
years.
personal opinion, and I'm saying that as a boxer you suck because
Yeah,
you
so then let's
started
spar. Let's
from
spar.
whenever
And,
you get.
and when
Listen,
I beat your ass in
the
sparring,
thing is
what would you
that
say
whenever
then?
you get your job like held, let's do it. But just get ready because you're gonna need another
Thing is
period of
that
time to recover your
the
job.
jaw. I don't need the jaw to be healed because you're not gonna touch me, bro. You MMA fighters are all trash. I beat all of the best in your sport.
If you want me
I
to,
beat
to
all
not
of the
touch your
best in your
job,
sport. No
I'm gonna
headgear.
give you fucking
You're a
liver
little guy.
in your hands like
You're
that.
a little guy. You're 5'6". You can't even ride roller coasters, brother.
Probably I'm a little guy. Maybe
You can't ride roller
the best
coasters in
thing I have.
America.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
whatever you think.
Gajo.
Once it happens, and we spar, like the talking will be over. So it's great. I respect you.
Bro,
And
like, listen, we can spar whenever you want. And we are talking about boxing. Because if you really go into a men's fight and we do a full fight, hey.
oh, we can do that too.
Bro, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. When you are look at me on my face, you know it, bro. You know it. You are just like bam for me. Bro, we can do it without streaming, without recording, without anything. Between me, you crowd, you people, my people, we can fight. We can fight.
Everyone in your sport thinks they have hands, and I just mop the floor with all of them.
But don't.
So Ilia Topuria just called out Jake Paul, guys, and you know, he essentially called Jake Paul a very bad boxer. He told Jake Paul that he sucks, and he said that Jake Paul's fight with Anderson Silva was a complete disgrace. He actually said a lot more things about Jake Paul to Jake Paul, and Jake Paul also said a lot of things about Ilia Topuria, and all of this happened on the Adin Ross Kick stream show. Now, guys, I want to get into it, guys. It was 20 minutes. If you guys actually heard it, if you guys listened to it, then you guys know it was just 20 minutes of just pure chaos, guys. I mean, we're talking about broken jaws, broken egos, sparring challenges, and of course, you know, guys being guys and all that male dominance thing. And oh yeah, man, let's fight. I'm gonna beat your, you know what? Yes, guys, it was a collision course between two combat sports worlds that don't really respect each other. And I'm gonna cover it, guys. I want to talk about it because it was trending and it's going viral. And yeah, we need to talk about it, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Duality 7X. I'm your host. I'm Shiraz. And guys, if you guys are new to the fight game, or if you're a big fan of combat sports and you like real fight talk, no fluff, no fillers, no biasness, you guys are definitely at the right place. All we ask is that you smash a like and subscribe and hit the notifications, ding, ding, so you guys never miss a beat. So anyways, guys, yeah, Ilia Topuria was on Adin Ross's Kick stream. All right, these guys were hanging out. They were doing a lot of things, you know, talking a lot about a lot of different things. And then the topic of Jake Paul came up. Now, before I get into that, Ilia Topuria is a 2-division UFC champion. This guy's 17-0. He's a featherweight and lightweight gold champion, guys. All right, this guy knows what's up. All right, and being the current lightweight champion of the world, you know, guys, like there's a lot of guys who are gunning for that belt, who want a piece of him. There's guys like Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje. You know, obviously Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje just fought recently, and Justin Gaethje ended up winning that to become the interim lightweight champion of the world. But he doesn't want the interim championship belt. He wants to become recognized as the lightweight champion, official lightweight UFC lightweight champion of the world. But in order for them in order for him to be able to accomplish that, he's gotta fight Ilia Topuria and win that belt from him. Now, Ilia obviously is going through a lot of things personally. Okay, he's you know, there's talks about a messy divorce. You know, there's kids involved, property. There's a lot of different things going on with Ilia Topuria, to the point where he actually requested from the UFC to step away from MMA for a little bit so he could get all his personal affairs in order. And he was slated to come back in the first quarter of this year, but now it's the second quarter. And but he's back. He's back. You know, he's kind of getting back into the swing of things. He's out there doing interviews on social media. There's a lot of things that he's kind of got to get back in sync with. And one of those things is, you know, either calling out fighters or being able to, you know, challenge those that are trying to call him out, like in what happened on his on the Kickstream show with Adin Ross. So I want to get into that. It's absolutely funny, guys. But look, while he's chatting with Adin Ross, okay, he's in the middle of talking about, like, you know, potential lightweight defenses and things like that. And then, you know, there's also Arman Sarukian. I totally forgot about Arman. I mean, Arman has been wanting a piece of Ilia for quite some time, guys. And any opportunity he gets to be able to talk about Ilia or any of these guys, Arman's right there. This guy is a beast. Arman Sarukian is a beast, and he's ready to conquer. He just wants that opportunity. You know, he dethroned Dan Hooker recently in UFC Qatar, and he wants an opportunity. He wants an opportunity, and he was actually taken back. He wasn't happy because he felt like he got passed up for opportunity. He thought that Dana White was going to give him the opportunity to either take on Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight championship of the world. That didn't happen. And it was, in fact, just Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje who recently fought. And, well, you guys know what happened there. So, anyhow, going back to Adin and Ilia. So, Adin asked Ilia the question. He's like, so is Jake Paul good at boxing? Like, just a random question like that. And Topuria actually responded by laughing. He goes, he laughed and then he just unloads, right? I mean, you know, so like as a boxer, he claims that Jake Paul sucks, right? And look, this is not to be political or even careful, but there's just no diplomacy, no decorum. Like, Ilia Topuria just essentially told Jake Paul that he sucked, all right? The one credit that he gave Jake Paul was how Jake Paul has the ability to make a lot of money, and he made a lot of money in his last fight against AJ. But when it comes to his technical skill, Ilia is not giving him any credit for it, zero respect, in fact. And then he started to talk about Anderson Silva. He started to talk about how Jake fought Anderson Silva recently, and he found it to be an utter disgrace. He said that Jake was a joke for celebrating a win over a 46-year-old legend fighter who is kind of past his prime, right? I mean, Anderson Silva recently won his fight. He was on the undercard of the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight, and he won his fight. So, anyways, that said, I mean, Anderson Silva, he's a competitor. He likes to compete. He likes to fight. But I mean, he's not the same Anderson Silva that we remember like 15, 20 years ago, obviously, right? So, anyways, Ilia Topuria wasn't happy with that, and he didn't like how, I mean, he's essentially calling out Jake's wins as, you know, menial, because, I mean, according to Ilia, Jake is fighting a lot of these guys who are kind of like, you know, past their prime, older, out of the sport, or retired, semi-retired, whatever, but not active fighters, right? So anyways, so when Jake Paul called into the stream, all right, and again, there's no PR buffer, guys, no Twitter delay, no edited responses. So both of these guys are speaking off the cuff and, you know, dropping some swear words and stuff like that. Nothing's being edited out, bleeped out, or anything like that. This is all happening live on Adin's Kickstream. And so all of this nonsensical kind of jargon that these guys are spewing against one another essentially leads to let's spar. And then Jake says, when I beat your ass in sparring, what are you going to say then? Right? And then so this is where it kind of gets interesting, because Jake, as we know, and as you know, is currently sidelined, right? I mean, he's nursing a huge injury that he had against his fight against Anthony Joshua, where he suffered a knockout loss to Anthony Joshua and a broken jaw in 2 places, guys, right? And so he had to undergo a second surgery recently, just like last week, because of hardware complications, apparently. Now, Topuria actually knew that, and he was capitalizing on that, and he just went straight for it, guys. He said, he told Jake, whenever you get your jaw healed, let's do it. Let's get ready, because you'll need another period of time to recover your jaw after I'm done with you. Now, that's not random trash talk, guys, right? And that's like purely, like in his face kind of a deal. And Ilia told Jake, look, man, I spar all the time. I spar daily, weekly, you name it. So you want to spar with me? That's nothing new. It's nothing surprising. Let's spar. Let's spar then. You want to spar? Let's do this, right? So anyways, Jake fired back. He called Ilia a little guy, and he said that all MMA fighters are the same. They're all trash in boxing. They talk a big game. When it comes time to it, they don't do anything. They just all talk. And then Topuria drops the line that literally shocked social media. It blew up the internet. This statement's going viral. He said, I might not be the highest guy in the room. I mean, I guess he was probably saying the tallest guy in the room, but I'm going to give you a combo that's going to put you on the height of my, if you guys can figure out what I was going to end with. Yeah. That clip alone just exploded. It went viral on X, went Instagram Reels, TikTok. I mean, you name it, it's everywhere. And so the meme culture all of a sudden got a new breath of life, and they're just going nuts, guys. Memes everywhere. But so here's a real story, right? This isn't about 2 guys who are talking about let's spar. Sparring, everybody wants to spar. This is about UFC legitimacy and influencer boxing validation. When I talk about validation, I'm talking about influencers, fighters who want to be validated in a real professional sport, right? See, Jake Paul has made a ton of money. Yeah, I'm not going to say he doesn't need more money, because everybody always wants more money. But what Jake really wants more than money right now is legitimacy. Okay? He's chasing legitimacy. He wants everybody on the planet to know that he's not just an influencer turned professional entrepreneur turned pro boxer, that he is legitimately a good, solid effing boxer that nobody can F with. And that's what he wants. He wants that. He wants an opportunity to win, right? A belt, a legitimate sanctioned belt, like have a sanctioned fight and win a championship belt and strap that around his waist. That's what he wants, right? And so anyways, guys, Topuria, on the other hand, he's undefeated. He's 17-0. He's a 2-division champion. He's elite MMA, UFC pedigree. This guy's at the top of his class. And he's had a lot of real world title defenses. So he knows how to fight in a championship fight. He knows how to defend and win in those championship rounds. And that's important, because Jake doesn't really have a lot of that. He doesn't have experience in that, right? I mean, he has done incredibly well with his training, his boxing. He's improving fight after fight after fight. He's getting even better. He's definitely marketable. He knows how to turn a lump of coal into gold. Okay, this is one of the plus points of Jake Paul that a lot of other influencer fighters or influencers in general are just envious about, because Jake has built a business. He's built something incredibly unique and it's not unique in a sense that it can never, or it has never been done before. It has, but not to this level. He's actually brought out the ability to bring influencer style fights and hybrid them into a pro boxing kind of model. And it's starting to catch on fire, guys, because people are loving what they see. And because of that, now you got all kinds of different things. You've got slap fighting, bare knuckle boxing. You've got all kinds of crazy stuff that's just coming out of the woodwork, guys. It's absolutely intense. So anyways, Jake knows how to sell. He loves chaos. He loves to be a disruptor. That's kind of like, he's always kind of wanted to be that heel, so to speak. But I mean, he works hard. He works hard. He plays hard. And that tension between these two guys right now is real. Real to the point where I can film this for you guys and legitimately say that there's an opportunity that maybe these guys one day could fight. If Ilia continues doing the things that he's doing and Jake continues to doing the things that he's doing, eventually these paths are going to cross, and it could probably go down just as big, if not bigger, than the fight that he recently had against Anthony Joshua and or even Mike Tyson. So look, we know that Jake hasn't beaten a prime, active, elite fighter yet. But, and I say yet because he's training. He wants it. There's a chance it's going to happen. And Topuria hasn't necessarily boxed professionally at the level that Jake is fighting, right? Jake, if Jake and Ilia fight, it's going to be a boxing fight, obviously not MMA. But that would be very interesting because Jake brings a lot of power. He's a cruiser, man. He could fight with the big boys. He's got a lot of power behind those punches. And in Ilia, he's going to be bringing his craftsmanship, his skills, his technical aptitude, his footwork, speed. He's going to try to dance around Jake. But as soon as you get caught by Jake, that could be bad news. So anyways, guys, there's a lot of layers of complexity that could potentially go into a fight between Topuria and Jake Paul. But that's the kind of imbalance and leverage at the same time that I'm trying to talk about, that these guys are trying to bring out as well in the open. Now, Topuria, as I mentioned, is coming back in quarter number 2. So anytime now, that actually puts them right in line with a potential comeback during June 14th, which would be the UFC White House card. Everybody wants to fight on this card. Everybody wants to be there. And look, I mean, Ilia's in his championship run. Meanwhile, Jake is recovering from a knockout loss and jaw surgery, and now he's got on his second surgery. So, I mean, realistically, these guys are definitely a lot further away than they ever were. But in order for Jake and Ilia to spar, even just spar, let alone fight, Jake needs to be healed. Okay? So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, but I mean, sparring footage, exhibition crossover, these are the kind of things that people want to see. And all of this is happening, guys, in our era. So, you can't never say never, but you also got to be somewhat realistic as well, too, right? So, I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens. As soon as Jake is healed, he'll probably start calling out names, and we'll just see how real those opportunities are going to become. So anyways, this was quite spontaneous, somewhat accidental. I mean, Topuria now has just injected himself into influencer boxer discussions. And I'm going to say algorithm too, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is the algorithm, right? Speaking of algorithm, guys, please smash a like and subscribe and hit the notifications. You guys never miss a beat. That totally helps with the algorithm, helps pump out these kind of videos. But look, guys, right now, both sides would benefit from the chaos. Both of these guys want to fight. But as it stands, there's no fight right now. Nothing's been confirmed. No contracts have been signed. And all we're getting right now is just a lot of attention. But that's how it starts. The wheels start to turn. People start to think ideas. And next thing you know, people want to invest into the opportunities that might present itself. And then mission accomplished, right? So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Do you guys think that a fight between Jake and Ilia could potentially happen? Is that even doable? Is that even possible? What happens in that? Does Jake win that? Does Ilia win that? Or do these guys even spar and just see how far that gets? Anyways, guys, I'd love to see who humbles who. But I read all your guys' comments, so please put in your comments below. And look, again, you know what? We're on a roll, guys. There's so many storylines coming out of you know what I've got so much that I want to share with you guys, but we'll get to it. Eventually we'll get to it. So thank you guys for sticking around. Again, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. And the pleasure was all mine. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to catching you guys tomorrow. I apologize for this video coming a little later than expected, but we'll make sure that we're continuing to post online every day at the same time. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good one. We'll chat tomorrow.